Juggalos, as supporters of the rap group Insane Clown Posse are known, gather in front of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington during a rally on Sept. 16, 2017, to protest and demand that the FBI rescind its classification of the Juggalos as loosely organized hybrid gang. Washington, D.C. Followers of the hip-hop group Insane Clown Posse known as Juggalos held a march Saturday on the NationalMall, alleging discrimination after the FBIlabeled the group a gang in a 2011 report. "We're different. We're not dangerous," Kevin Gill, who is an announcer for a Juggalo wrestling league, said from the rally stage. Music is not a crime. The band, consisting of the duo Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope, said the gang accusation has resulted in hundreds if not thousands of people subjected to various forms of discrimination, harassment, and profiling simply for identifying as a Juggalo. In a video on their website, the hip-hop artists claim their fans have lost jobs, custody of their children and been denied access to the military for their Juggalo affiliation. Alicia Modglin, a pizza delivery worker from Southwest Missouri, said she felt compelled to drive to D.C. to protest the FBI's classification. She said the group draws in young people who grew up in troubled homes. "It's a family, everybody loves each other," said Modglin, who came to the nation's capital with her husband, 2 toddlers, and several other family members. She said some of the band's songs are demonic, but there are hidden messages of a peaceful place. "Best of all," she said, "there's no judgment." Fons Tobin, a 25-year-old from Albuquerque, NM, said the FBI's classification was ridiculous. "We're painting our faces and clowning around," said Tobin, who joined the Juggalo when he was 13. "I had no place to live. I had no food in my stomach," he said. "The people who took me in were the Juggalo. They pulled me into their family." He said he works at Target for a living and is trying to do film production on the side. "Am I out there dealing drugs? Am I out there shooting people up?" he said. "No, I have a job." Earlier Saturday in a separate gathering, hundreds of pro-Trump activists rallied in the National Mall in what they said was a show of American patriotism and celebration. "We're here to support our president in this country," said Sue Babinek, who traveled to Washington from Cincinnati for what organizers dubbed the mother of all rallies. U.S. Park Police braced for a crowd of as many as 3,000 people. As the event opened, there were perhaps only 1,000 people gathered just north of the Washington Monument, where organizers set up a stage and booths for the day's activities. If the crowd lacked the projected strength, they made up for it in show, with many participants decked out in pro-Trump garb and carrying American flags. "As soon as they announced it, I knew I had to be here," said Dana Robinson, of Pittsburgh, as she weaved her way through the crowd in patchwork dress of Trump photos. "Trump is one of us," she said. Robinson said, "He's an everyman's president. He's doing great with no help from any of the Republicans." A handful of Republican candidates also made their way to the stage, rallying the crowd with their Trump-style political pitches. "Everywhere you turn there are stumbling blocks to success," said Bruce Nathan, a GOP candidate for governor of Florida, put there by the federal government. The rally was peaceful but not without some skirmishes. A few counter-protesters tried to interact with the Trump supporters, and they were met in at least one case by a swarm of camouflage-clad militia rally-goers. The park police quickly intervened and broke up the confrontation. Matthew Murguia, 52, from the Washington suburbs, arrived with a sign that said Mexico will pay for impeachment hearings. Murguia said he came to the rally to remind these people that their president, "My president, is a liar." More. This is why the Juggalos are marching on Washington.